What's good, my people? It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talks, TC Fitness. Welcome back to Everlasting Awareness. Um, so a lot more of my videos is going to be trying to help out the masses of people to get you guys to open your mind and continue to realize how the working class is legitimately rigged. All right. Now, I was listening to a video earlier today as I was working out in the gym with my fiance, and I think the stat was like 43% of people still make under $20 an hour. And I know for myself, I am a part of that 43% because the job I was working at, that being that I'm on furlough, but the job that I was at, the starting pay and then the actual pay after taxes, two different things. So I want to tell you guys this, right? Your job in some way, shape, or form is not telling you the full truth, right? You don't necessarily get rich or wealthy trading time for money. You get rich or wealthy trading money for assets, right? So many people, we working hard at the job. I'm putting in 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day at the job, but I'm still not getting ahead. It is designed that way, okay? And until you try to figure out the system, you will continuously work towards making somebody else rich. Meanwhile, they are paying you the scraps. Now, the system is running exactly the way that it's designed, right? The money goes upwards. It goes to the rich people, it goes to the wealthy people, and it leaves the employee as basically a pawn. And this is why I tell you guys to try your best to escape the rat race, right? Meaning think differently, because you can't escape planet Earth, because where you gonna go? There's nowhere to go, right? A part of escaping this rat race is, number one, valuing your time. I tell you this often: time is non-replenishable. You cannot get any more time back. So when you look at the older generation and you see that they put in 30 or 40 years into a company, but at what cost? At what did they really gain from it? Because for what I see, I still see a lot of older people still working. You know, I still see a lot of people trying to, we can see it like they're trying to make it off of Social Security, but Social Security is not enough. But there was something that they didn't know. There was some type of information that they didn't have. And what the system did to them is turn them into a pawn. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that worked a 9 to 5, because I tell you this often too. If you're going to try to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to try to do your own thing, it's the same thing. Now you got to create a job for yourself, right? And that's what I'm constantly doing with, grinding out on YouTube, letting y'all know that my ebooks is out. Just using my creative energy, stacking assets in the markets. Like, that's me creating something for myself. Even with me doing Uber Eats, that's still me creating a job for myself, right? Because it's all dependent on me. If like I just this is what I be picturing in my head, right? I be picturing like the working class just rising above the madness and saying, "Yo, bruh, like F this, bruh," cause we could see how y'all finessing us. Y'all keeping us in the survival mode, in the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Not saying don't hold yourself accountable, right? Because whatever you do with the money that you make from the job, that is your business, right? That's up to you. But what I'm saying is, they're not paying you enough money to keep up with the cost of living. to keep up with inflation, to take care of all of your bills, and then have some left over, right? Majority of people are probably making like $3,000 to $4,000 a month at their job, right? But it also depends on what state you live in. Because out here in New York City, it's kind of tough. Let's call it what it is. But I wish that the people rised up and revolted because I, this is what I be thinking, right? I could always be wrong, but these people probably sit in a room, right? The CEO, all these people that run the company, and they sit in the room and they laugh at the employees. Let's try to pay them as least as possible, but get the most work out of them. They're not gonna realize. They're not gonna know. We know that they need the paycheck. We know that they have things that they got to take care of, but we're not gonna pay them enough money to leave this job. And it's just a repeated hamster wheel cycle, bro. And a lot of the times you don't really think about it because you're always moving around, you're always working. I gotta work harder at the company. I gotta work harder at the job. I gotta move up this ladder. Bro, there's no ladder to move up on. Because they're gonna give you the salary or they're gonna give you the hourly wage just so that you get comfortable, right? Hear me out. You get comfortable with that. You no longer think for yourself, right? And you no longer try to figure out different ways on how to make or generate income. You get comfortable. Comfortability is a scary place to be. Because before you know it, 20 years, 30 years of your life gonna go by just like that. And all you ever did was trade time for money. That's it. That's what the system wants. A nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. So why do you think when people speak out against the system, people start thinking you crazy? You don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh, we all need a job. This is just how life is. This, that, and the third. People will do whatever to defend the system, the same system that is internally destroying you. Think about it. A lot of people have the mental health problems, a lack of money, a lack of resources, a lack of information, right? Um, a lot of people suffer from like health problems due to the job. You stressed out, high blood pressure. You're not working out in the gym. You're doing the same thing every day because you're not being a free thinker. And it's like I'm gonna keep on speaking out about it because I'm telling y'all that the system is finessing the working class, bro. It just is. I'm a hard worker, bro. I gotta keep putting in the work. I gotta keep grinding. Okay, until you burn yourself out. Until they replace you with somebody else. Put more work and energy on yourself than you do into these corporations. Because to the corporations, you are a number. EIN, employee identification number. That's it. You're nothing else, bro. If you quit, if you leave, there's gonna be somebody else that they're gonna replace you with, and they're gonna pretend that you never existed, bro. So this is why I tell y'all, make sure you put in your mental health first. Make sure you're taking care of you, right? Because you only get one of you. You nobody's about to respawn in this human experience, bro. Who? Nobody's about to respawn, right? This ain't Call of Duty. This ain't GTA. This is none of that. You can say it's like GTA, right? It's a game. Life is a game. You got to figure it out, okay? But once you know what I'm saying, bro. Once you leave, it's over. So don't stress yourself out over the job. Don't get comfortable with the paycheck and think that that's all that you're worth. Value your time, bro. Value your worth. Value your energy. I told y'all this. I listened to this in the video that I listened to that I was watching 2 days ago. Bear said you need to value your time at a higher rate, at a higher financial rate. Because there was a video asking I'll tell you this, I'll tell you it. It was a video saying, is being poor a choice? right? And they were talking to millionaires, and they was talking to people that's obviously, poor. And a lot of the people that was wealthy was saying like it is a choice, but then you don't know what people go through. Like I could definitely tell you that you don't know what people go through, bro. So don't be so quick to judge somebody, right? But I will say this, like, don't tie your identity to the job or to the paycheck, because the rich and the wealthy, they stacking the assets. That's what they doing. They know that time is non-replenishable. They know that nobody's gonna, except for if you work for Nvidia, because I seen Nvidia made a couple millionaires at their company, right? But they put in the work, they put in the time, they put in the effort. Nvidia is damn near about to be $5 trillion market cap. I'm talking about the average job. Got it. The wage cage is every hour of your life is being taxed at the highest rate. You can't get none of this time back, and in return, we give you this paycheck, but we know that this paycheck ain't gonna last that long. So you got to come back to work for 2 more weeks to get you another paycheck if you want to maintain what you have. So you're working, but how much money are you actually keeping after your bills are paid? That's how they keep the system going. And this is why I tell you how to own, like, you have to figure this out, bro. You have to learn from personal experience. Money itself is meant to grow. You gotta put it into a vehicle that's gonna help it grow. And then you gotta have something that you're working on for yourself, bro. You don't have no choice, bro. Look at the times that we're living in, bro. Just pay attention. You don't have no choice. This is why school don't teach you how to build wealth or get rich. They teach you how to be an employee. This is why your the job that you work for would never ever tell any of y'all, bro, we are lowballing y'all. We should be paying y'all more money. You need to learn how to put your money in the stock market. They're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna tell you, we're gonna give you benefits. At least you have a job, and we're gonna give you a 401k, but we need you to stay here for 30 years. And a lot of people conform. And majority of the time, and y'all know this for a fact, majority of the time, bro, you rush into work, you get to work, it's repetitive stuff. You get back home, you're tired. You don't even put no energy into something for yourself. Majority of the time, you just want to lay down. You want to watch TV. You want to eat some food. Like I said, majority of people don't work out after work. You take shower. You go to sleep. You do it again. You're not questioning nothing. You just look at it as normal. This is what we supposed to do. That's how they finesse the system. This is what we supposed to be doing. But yet, you could try your best to build something for yourself and look at life totally different. This YouTube channel I've been building, it makes me look at life totally different. Totally different. And it's not just I need a job. No, you need to learn how to generate income. That's it. That's the purpose. You need to generate income. Once again, I'm not telling you how to quit your job. I'm not saying just leave your job today. No, bro, because I don't know nobody's financial situation, bro. But all I'm trying to tell the masses of people is to think outside of the box, bro. We the ones that keep the matrix going. We the ones that keep the system going. And you know what your thing that you're telling yourself is? I need this job because I gotta take care of bills. It's not I need this job so I can use some of the income to put towards my dreams and my goals so I can leave the rat race and finally build something for myself. No, it's I need this job so I can pay bills. But you're leaving yourself hanging because once the money goes to the bills, like once again, what do you have for yourself? It's just something to ask yourself. I don't know. I'm not trying to act like my life is perfect because it ain't. You feel me? But I'm not gonna be trapped in a box. I refuse, bro. And you should too. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Stack assets, assets is your way of financial freedom. Um, and enjoy your life, bro. Like enjoy your life. Don't be don't be a conformed, obedient human being, bro. It's no type of freedom. You gotta free your mind from the matrix. That's all. But y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Don't listen. This ain't. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. Do what you feel like is best for yourself. Just see through the trap. All right. Give the video a thumbs up if you would like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Truly appreciate y'all. Um, and please help my video that's been doing good. Let's help it get to 11,000 views. And leave some comments below. All right. Free Discord chat, free Telegram chat will be in the comment section below. It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talk, TC Fitness. Yes, sir.